Last week, the Prime Minister, the Minister of Finance, and myself were invited to Washington, D.C. to attend a high-level conference on building resilience to disasters and climate change in the Caribbean. While in Washington, I engaged in several meetings at the World Bank headquarters, where I was able to dialogue and be updated on several of the projects under the St. Martin Recovery and Resilience Trust Fund. One such meeting was on the progress being made towards repairs and an eventual master plan for the upgrading of our social housing system here on St. Martin. Under the Emergency Recovery Project 1, the government is currently working with the St. Martin Housing Development Foundation to assist in the repairs of their existing housing stock. $4.6 million will be provided to urgently repair the foundation's damaged housing, and $400,000 will finance technical assistance to redesign a proposed housing complex, as well as to better strengthen the organization of the St. Martin Housing Development Foundation. During a presentation by a top housing expert of the World Bank on the preparation of a future affordable housing project, key points were made that there is an overall need for more data on the housing sector and needs in St. Martin. Building new homes is only part of the solution. In the coming months, VROMI and the World Bank will work together to develop a comprehensive sector-wide approach to ensure that there is sufficient affordable housing in the community. The grant agreement for the long-awaited debris management project is expected to be finalized in the coming weeks. Activities under this project, which has a budget of $25 million include the collection of remaining hurricane and demolition debris, the beautification of certain public areas focusing on landscaping after the debris has been removed, debris processing and disposal, including an environmentally sound, low-cost solution to separation and management using various methods of disposal, including recycling and reusage, vessel recovery and salvaging of the remaining vessels found in the Simpson Bay Lagoon and immediate surrounding areas. I believe also the Oyster Pond Lagoon. And finally, of course, the fire suppression, rehabilitation, and upgrading of the debris storage on our landfill. This subcomponent will finance the reduction of risk through extinguishing fires at the disposal and debris storage sites, recontouring, site rehabilitation, and restoration activities. This will all allow for better storage, separation, and organization of debris for recycling, processing, or disposal. It will include a combination of upgrading the site to improve organization and layout, and the introduction of improved operational practices that would enhance separation, improve storage, and reduce the environmental and safety risk of operation. In regards to the long-term solution to our island's garbage problem, the bank provided a timeline for the preparation of a sustainable waste management project that can be funded by the trust fund. The preparation of this project will start in January with the upgrading of the existing waste roadmap. In the second week of January, the government, VROMI, and the World Bank will merge our two waste roadmaps together so that we can have one unified roadmap for our waste issue. The preparation of a sustainable solution for St. Martin's waste problem will take time, expertise, and significant funding. There is no easy fix, as I've stated many times before. I hope, however, that with these updates, the people of St. Martin can see that this government is fully committed to our responsibility.
GEBE has been faithfully serving the communities of St. Martin, powering your home and our economy. Come rain or shine, our qualified team of professionals are working hard 24 hours a day to provide you and your family with safe, reliable electricity and water. We use the latest technologies and test our products daily to maintain the highest international standards. Our friendly staff is always there to assist you, whether in person, over the phone, or online. We are committed to constantly improving our products and services, making them more efficient, effective, and environmentally friendly to serve you better today and our next generation of clients tomorrow. GEBE, powering a brighter future.
Our friend Megawati is here with tips to save you energy. 1. Turn your airco temperature up. 2. Use a ceiling fan instead. 3. Buy energy-saving products. Save some green with NVGEBE.
Tell them, connecting you.
This is part of an awareness campaign of the St. Martin Anti-Poverty Platform leading up to the annual commemoration of the International Day for the Eradication of Poverty on October the 17th. The proposal for the campaign came from the unions and the co-coordinator of the WICLU in the platform. This video has an objective to raise awareness locally and abroad that the living conditions of the majority of the people of St. Martin became worse after the hurricane, and that 1 year after Irma, help is still needed. The video is also to show that the people, especially seniors, and senior citizens of 3 neighborhoods and self-employed workers as well as hotel workers have been interviewed and that they are experiencing great struggles. The damages and losses calculated by the St. Martin government and the World Bank team is up 2.7 billion. This is 5 times more than the 0.5858 billion US dollars that the Dutch government has deposited at the World Bank for the recovery fund for St. Martin to be managed by the World Bank. So who will cover the gap to be estimated to 2.1 billion US dollars? This video will illustrate that the people of St. Martin cannot close this funding gap as long as the poverty among the household in St. Martin is not eradicated. So more help is needed. Help is coming, but within the next 2 years, we need to find sustainable aid. One of such aid program is the bill of material program for families, but furthermore, it is on its way through the government of St. Martin, which, with the assistance of the World Bank Group, prepare the St. Martin National Recovery and Resilience Plan, a roadmap to build back better. Well, to improve the quality of life for all, which is also the objective, our Honorable Governor Holliday, in his New Year's speech at 2017 said, "Let us renew our commitment to always progressing St. Martin in pursuit of excellence in the quality of life for all. Our mission for an ever-improving quality of life for all will only be achieved when pursued by us through committed, collective active actions. The governing program of 2018 to 2022 under the title Building a Sustainable St. Martin, in the preface it is, through consistent dialogue and improved public services, the government will strive to realize a socially and economically sound St. Martin. Transparency International, in the recommendations on the St. Martin report, is also indicating the government of St. Martin must initiate a multi-stakeholder dialogue with civil society and private sector to raise awareness of the impacts and cause of corruption on society. The CSOs need to be promoted and supported in order to become more active in holding the government and private sector accountable for their actions. The latest dialogue request of the anti-poverty platform started, well, we are here today, but it started on December the 14th when we sent a letter to the governor as representative of the kingdom. There was a meeting on the 21st of February 2017. We also forward a letter as anti-poverty platform for this dialogue to the Minister of Public Health, Social Development and Labor, and to date no response has been received. On March the 1st, 2018, our request to the governor was forwarded to the informateurs and there was a meeting. The Council of Ministers also had a request on August the 18th and we didn't hear anything. Parliament had a request on December the 15th, 2016, and that request was answered also by a council meeting that was held in here on March the 9th, 2017 and June the 3rd, 2017. So August, we also have our request, and today we are having the Central Committee meeting. So the dialogue that you can see that we are requesting, it has its impact where we get positive and where we don't get any results at all. Dialogue, however, means to take part in a conversation or a discussion to resolve a problem. Which problems are we talking about? We, as the anti-poverty platform, we are talking on poverty versus the quality of life. The number 2, inequality versus non-discrimination. And number 3, human rights deficit versus no more violations.
We having a function this Christmas season, boy. Festival Village, 8 p.m. December 8th. Come win prizes with family and friends. You don't want to miss this, seeing that it is time for Wally Hamilton Christmas Bingo Spectacular. Festival Village on December the 8th. $10 for you to play, starts 8, so don't be late. Festival Village Wally Havertown Christmas Bingo Spectacular is on Saturday, December the 8th at the Festival Village. Tickets are available at the Lion's Den, at Van Dorp, at Big D Photo Studio, and from all Lion members, going at only $10, $20, or €10. So folks, get your tickets in time. It's going to be quite a spectacular bingo. Anybody bingo? Nobody bingo.
Hey ma, how you doing? You busy?
I hear, just paying some bills, taking care of business, you know what it is?
I know, you're doing your online banking.
I don't have to stand in those long lines to pay bills. I can transfer when I want. I can check my account wherever. It's like the bank open 24/7. I even here checking the statement right now as we're talking. How's Miami?
Well, that's why I'm calling. I'm finishing up a few songs now, but I'm afraid that studio time might be more than I thought. And I was wondering if I could get some help with some funds, and I could pay you back as soon as I get back to St. Martin.
Let me check my account. How much you need?
I think 500 should be enough.
I can transfer it to you while online. Direct from me to you. No problem.
Great. Thank you so much, Ma. I'll get online with Viv now.
Alright, darling. You know who you're for?
I need to know who you're for.
Contact WIB today for your complete personal online banking experience. Available for all mobile devices. The Wynwood Islands Bank, now your online banking partner in progress.
Who you're for.
Equal quality of life. Do we have that in the kingdom? Let's start to say, as we could see in the video, that if people are in poverty, that is not an adequate quality of life. Everyone, every citizen within the state, the Kingdom of the Netherlands, is entitled to an adequate standard of living for the health and well-being of themselves and of their family. This we can find, and we put it there for you to review, in the Article 25 of the Universal Declaration of Human Rights, and in the Article 11 of the International Covenant for Economic, Social, and Cultural Rights. Adequate standard of living, adequate quality of life is a human right. It should not be violated, it should be respected, it should be promoted, it should be realized. And it should be guaranteed. And so our question, how much poverty is there in the kingdom, can be answered by looking at how official publications look at poverty in the Netherlands and how they look at poverty in St. Martin. What you can see is that the CBS, the Central Bureau of Statistics in the Netherlands, defines for a single household person, that they need at least $1,186 in the Netherlands not to be in poverty. But the Social Cultural Plan Bureau in the Netherlands differs from the Central Bureau of Statistics, and they come up with a norm that they call not much but sufficient to survive. For them, they put the norm at $1,298. In the European Union, the custom is that states have to respect the 60% of the median income. For the Netherlands, it means to say that everybody that has less than €1,731, that is the 60% of the median income in the Netherlands, will be considered, according to European Union definitions, as in poverty. For St. Martin, we see that other criteria are being used. The definition here, based on the census of the Statistical Bureau, for instance, in the report of the MDGs that was sent abroad by government, they go and they start with 1,000 guilders as the norm to look at, which is $555 US. you see that it's almost 3 times less than in the Netherlands. So, almost 2 times less. So what we see here is that we accept in our definitions and in our ways to present data, we accept standards that are not equal in the kingdom. The SER, in its 2014 report, Boost St. Maarten, came with a proposed poverty line, which they put on 1,154 guilders, which is $640. When we understand the criteria that they use, they say the UNDP recommends to use 70% or 50% of the minimum wage. So they take as a given fact that the minimum wage is not a poverty wage. Based on that, they say everybody that has less than this 70%, in the case of St. Maarten, it would then be $583 or 1,050 guilders. That is how they look at when we are going to call people to be in poverty.
It's been said that behind every door, possibility awaits. How much possibility depends on which door you open first. Every day, we help our customers discover the possibilities in their lives. It all starts with a conversation. Scotiabank. Discover what's possible.
Hello, St. Maarten. My name is Jose Helga and I play basketball. I have organized basketball events in St. Maarten. Sport matters to me because it makes everybody come together in unity. So I challenge the businesses community to step up for sports and help us rebuild and repair our facility. I'm also asking the community to nominate local businesses in your area to take on the challenge and step up for sport because sports matter. Check out the Department of Sports SXM Facebook page for more information. Hashtag Sport Matter, hashtag Are You In?
Special thanks to the staff, management, and board of the SMMC. Some of you may not know that actually Glenn was previously a chairman of the board of the SMMC, and in a previous life I was also chairman of the board. And I would have never imagined that I would be here today at the groundbreaking for a new hospital. Board and management of SFB, and certainly last but not least, family, friends, and the cabinet of the Ministry of VSR. Let me start with the cabinet of VSR. They are my family. When I come back from a frustrating day, I feel like I come home and I feel at liberty to say what I think. And they always are there to support me, to encourage me, to scold me if necessary. But they've always been there for the interests of the country. As a matter of fact, when I first hired the ministry, the cabinet members, I told them one thing. All I ask of you, I don't ask you to be loyal to me, I ask you to be loyal to the country of St. Maarten. And as long as we both maintain our loyalty to the country, we're going to get along fine. And that philosophy has carried through for all these years. Friends, there's a number of people here who trusted in me to deliver where we are today. And again, I thank you for your confidence. And mostly to my family. My wife, Gisela, is here. You know, she sometimes questions why I put so much effort into this. And she's had to endure some really, honestly, ridiculous collateral damage. So just for the record, my wife manages Atlas Construction. Atlas Construction is not going to build the new hospital. They're not going to sweep the yards. They're not going to trim the landscaping. They have nothing to do with the new hospital. So for those who are out there, the naysayers, the people who are just jealous about the progress, well, we're here today.
need to also recognize there's 4 people in particular. As we affectionately refer to them, it's the A team. The fact is, there's a core group here that without them, I know we would not be where we are today. Several members of this core team have had their own personal challenges over the past 3 years. But however, despite their personal challenges, they've always been there to do whatever needed to be done for the project to move forward.